59 kilo action. Victoria, this was a match that you were excited for at the top of the show.
100%. Jacarra is one of my favorite wrestlers to watch for her wide array of attacks. Some judo in her arsenal, lots of inside trips, wizard kicks, and Abby is just a fighter. She will bring the fight to you and try to turn it into a gritty match. So excited to see how this pans out.
Absolutely, and Abby Nette in the red, Jacarra Winchester in the blue. There's a little trip attempt. Winchester has a lot of ways to score. Hits that inside trip from front headlock that you used to hit,
yes,
right?
Yes. Yeah, she does an excellent job with her foot sweeps as well. She'll even use it, how we just saw, just to start making someone think about their feet and kind of distract them with your lower body and get something going somewhere else.
These two have wrestled a couple times throughout their careers, probably been a million times in the training center room, but a couple times in matches. One was a tech for Jacarra at the Olympic trials, but the other match they had, it was 6-4, and I think Nette had a lead. She had a 4-pointer, and Winchester had to come back.
She did, and one thing I'll say is Nette wrestles for the Army WCAP program. Bruce and the coaches over at Army are some of the best at game planning, and I think we just saw it play out with Adugo versus Kayla Miracle. So I'm interested to see what their plan is in this match series.
Yeah, and I would guess that Jacarra Winchester has to be one of the toughest wrestlers to game plan for, just because she could take the match so many different places.
Agree. Her ability to score, short offense, 4-point moves, leg attack, she has it all, and turns on top as well.
Jacarra Winchester, a 2019 world gold medalist, trying to get back to the top of the podium, but first she got to get through Abby Nette to make the team.
One of my favorite things about Jacarra's wrestling is her composure. She has a really solid, composed positioning all through the match, which is how we saw her come back in that U.S. Open, where she came back from that 4-point move and ended up winning by 2 points.
Winchester going to get the first point of the match on the expired activity clock. And 1 minute to go in the first period. So far, familiarity maybe playing a factor and prevented some more wide opening attacking. Nette's been on a world team before as well. She knows how to navigate these series. And we have blood?
Jacarra looks confused. Nette looks upset.
Yeah. Yeah, nobody likes it when you're bleeding, but it's a part of it. Get the doctors out here.
Jacarra, 2019 world champion, looking to make this team again in Zagreb, Croatia.
Did you ever get a chance to wrestle in Zagreb?
I did not. I swear some of the tournament locations got better in the few years after I stopped wrestling. I'm like, Croatia, that sounds nice. In the summertime, that sounds great.
Where were your two world championships contested?
Budapest, Hungary, and Paris, which was also great.
Okay.
Yes.
You can't complain too much about
that.
that.
No, that's all right.
That's not too bad.
No, that was good.
29 seconds to go, first period. Jacarra's got that blood under control, and we're back to action.
Deep underhook here from Jacarra.
Nette fighting off that wrist.
Jacarra tries a drag attempt there.
Yeah, I like that drag attempt.
And you start to get your reads on the person as the match goes on as well. So even if it doesn't score early, you might see, okay, I know which way she's going off that drag attempt. I know what I'm going to score the next time I go to it.
10 to go. Jacarra close to the edge. See if she pushes hard for this step out. Jacarra not wanting to make a mistake, but oh, is she going to get it? One offered and confirmed. Wow. Right
on the buzzer.
Right at the break. And thought we might see a brick, but I think, 1 second. They're going to put 1 second back on the clock, and then now we got our break. That confused me for a second.
Tight match here to get going.
You know, one of the maybe new advantages Jacarra Winchester has is Sarah Hildebrandt in the corner, just an absolute mat rat, and I think going to be a huge asset to Team USA coaching staff.
100%. I think Sarah is the best person they could have chosen for that position. I'm so happy to see her in that role, and I know the feeling of having another woman because I had Chun sometimes during my career as a coach, and just having another woman in that role that's done what you want to do is so inspiring every day, along with the skill set and the mentality they bring.
It seems to me too, like Sarah Hildebrandt's just her overall positivity, but also just her absolute love for just wrestling positions. It's just a great combo.
Agree.
Second period back underway. Ooh, nice shot there for Nette. She's locked on the single, trying to improve. And Winchester keeping that head in the center, now stuffing it down underneath. Nette, though, brings this action up to her feet. Nette going to run towards the edge. Is she going to get two or just one? It looks like two. One offered, one confirmed.
Yeah, I think that's the right call there. Oh, stuck there.
Arms
Jacarra's arm is stuck over top of Abby's.
Yeah, I didn't know if Nette had done enough to cover the hips, but just the one. Nette has been a really tenacious hand fighter and finally getting locked on that leg. Ooh,
wow,
nice shot.
Extremely deep double from Abby Nette.
Seemed like she caught Jacarra just a little bit flat-footed, now trying to finish. She switches to the single. Winchester defending. Nette close to one, and she's going to get the point, and now it's going to be 2-2. Abby Nette's going to lead on criteria.
And Jacarra has a really square stance for most of her wrestling. When she goes to attack, she changes to a staggered stance, but for me, that's one of the problems with that square stance is I feel like I am exposed to get double-legged.
Now Jacarra with a different face wound. She was bleeding, I believe, under her eye earlier, and now she's bleeding like right dead center of her forehead.
And I think that is the result of wrestling Abby Nette. Like I said, she comes in with fight on her mind, and she really uses it to her advantage. It's her spirit and her style. Interested to see how this pans out.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to get another look at this single leg finish on the edge. Nette was able to get that point. Is there a toothpick in that doctor's mouth? Or is that some kind of...
Looks like a toothpick to me. It looks a little dangerous close to Jacarra's face there.
That's an odd... It's an odd time to use a toothpick.
I don't know if it's part of his toolkit or not.
I don't generally like when my doctors include things that they're taking in and out of their mouths as part of the toolkit, you know?
Not for me either.
All right, 2 minutes to go. Nette with the lead on criteria. Fake there from Jacarra. Nette posting on the shoulder.
As we know, Jacarra has a ton of offense, so let's see what she goes to for her score to get back in this match.
In their senior nationals meeting, it was right after Nette took the lead that Winchester attacked, and here she's doing it again, going to get one on the step out. Nette took the lead, and Jacarra took it right back, just like we saw in Fort Worth a couple years ago.
That score right there is one of my favorite things about Jacarra's wrestling. I feel like she has an ability to melt into your legs, and before you know it, you're either getting pushed out or getting taken down.
Seems like she sometimes just decides she's going to score, and it's like that's the technique. I decided.
Yep, yep, world champ. She knows how to win.
Shot Nette. Winchester catches this one coming in, and now another shot Nette. Wow, she got that one, and she's got it right into a lace. Nette's not letting this go. She shot right through Winchester's face again. Man, really, really tough defense there from Winchester, and she's bleeding again.
Extremely tough and gritty defense to make sure she didn't get turned on that last lace. Sometimes I worry about people's knees when you're defending that hard, but she didn't give up those points, making it a lot easier for her to come back in this match.
You know, and maybe the bigger story, Abby Nette has caught Jacarra Winchester flat-footed twice with that double leg. She's feeling something in this match.
Yes, I'd like to see Jacarra just move her feet a little bit more. And I think she did get her head in between. I think that's how her face is busted up right now. Why she was holding her own forehead is because Abby just blasted through her forehead.
Abby Nette's put herself in a really good position to win this match. Plenty of surprises so far.
Yes, this has been such an exciting first 2 matches. Wow. Jacarra getting cleaned up here.
All right, cleanup crew getting close, I think.
Abby just pacing, looking like she's on a mission.
She really is.
Yeah, you can see it in her eyes.
Yeah, just absolute determination there. Winchester picking up her pace as well. 35 to go. Nette trying to hold on to those wrists, maintain contact. Hard collar tie, Abby Nette.
Jacarra working really hard here to get these points off. 20 seconds left.
Winchester coming forward. 13 to go. Does she have a big attack in her? She has 4-pointers in her arsenal.
There she goes.
Ooh. 1 point is all she got. 4 seconds to go. Thought they might award the takedown, but they didn't.
In my opinion, that's 2 on continuation. No brick, though.
4 seconds. Abby Nette takes match 1 in a surprise.
Huge surprise. First win over Jacarra in 5 matches.
You called it at the beginning of the show. This was going to be a good series, and right now Abby Nette with the surprise victory. 2 awesome double legs and a leg lace, and